last night I got home and I made an executive decision. I made the decision that any 24-year-old would. And I sat down and I made some food. I said, what do I want to do tonight? And I said, I want to watch Donald Trump's State of the Union address in full, start to finish. And so I made that decision because I guess I enjoy inflicting pain on myself. I watched it. I watched the whole thing. Well, for the record, I watched like an hour, 15 minutes, and then I was on like a live stream with some people. It was on in the background. I would rewatch this part. I effectively watched the whole thing, okay? I'm taking credit because it was painful. It was painful to watch. But the first thing I thought about, and I want to talk about in this video, genuinely, my first thought when he walks out, his hair is looking all goofy, and he's looking extra orange, and he gets up, and he starts talking, and what keeps running through my mind is, man, he looks like shit. Especially the eyes. The eyes for me were like, oh my, his eyes are like swollen and red. There's so much makeup. As soon as he walked out, he's just like the bruising on the hands. Just the hairstyle, it's all over the way. So we're going to talk about this. Before we do that, really quickly, if you're watching this video and you're like, Chris, I clicked on the Adam Mockler channel. Where is Adam Mockler? Don't worry, he's around. My name is Chris Mowrey. I record a daily episode here on the Adam Mockler channel. And so if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you're subscribed to the Adam Mockler channel down below. You'll see me here once a day, and obviously Adam's amazing videos all the time. You will also down below, see my YouTube channel. It would mean a lot if you checked it out and hit subscribe. I've been putting in a lot of work over there. You guys have been showing a lot of love, nearing 170,000 subscribers, which is insane to say. And I just posted like a 15-minute, very passionate rant about my reaction to watching the State of the Union. So it'd mean a lot if you checked out my channel. All right, let's start. So this was Donald Trump's hand. We've talked a lot on this channel before about the bruising on Donald Trump's hands. And it's truly stunning that more people don't talk about this, but whatever. It just is what it is. That's why we're talking about it right now. You see here just like so much makeup, right? Trying to cover, I guess, the bruises or whatever goes on with his hands. The White House saying it's because he shakes so many hands. There's never been a president who, shook more hands. What an absurd explanation. But clearly something going on here. And this has been happening frequently. Like frequently. So yesterday was the 24th. Okay, this is a photo taken in Air Force One on February 19th. So just a couple days prior, 5 days prior. You see, like, look at the discoloration here of Donald Trump's hands. It's almost like there's like also a clear, you see the makeup, but then there's a clear kind of red, purple, like line around it. Not looking great here on the 19th on Air Force One. Then we go to the day before that, the 18th. This is that same hand. Every day it changes slightly. Sometimes there's no makeup at all, which you're about to see, and there's just a giant bruise. But they try every day. And as I've said on other videos, when I first started seeing this, I was like, maybe they don't know how to blend makeup at the White House. I mean, there's a lot of very incompetent people at the White House. It's been filled with just Trump loyalists. Any people competent in government left, maybe, obviously Trump's just like a horrible guy, horrible president. A lot of competent people don't want to work with him. What a surprise. So it's like, maybe no one knows how to do makeup. But then I always say to myself, like, he's orange. They definitely know how to do makeup. That might be the only thing they know how to do. They have to do it like 2 hours every morning because Donald Trump is orange all the time. So this just goes to show the amount of makeup here. It just goes to show like how bad it is. So again, the 24th was yesterday, the 19th, the 18th, and then this was from the 12th. Donald Trump's hand here. Again, there's even more makeup on this one. They're really trying here. It goes down to his knuckles, very scaly. It's like orange. And then this picture from recent, although I couldn't get the exact date on this one, fairly recently where there's just no makeup and you see like a large bruise here. So Donald Trump, as always, just generally looking not good last night. And it's still, I can't believe that we just moved on from the lies about this, of, oh, he shakes so many hands. He admitted that he's taking an enormous amount he's taking more aspirin, a blood thinner, than he should. And he's been doing that for 20 years. But he, quote, wants to have thin blood pouring into his heart. That's what he said to the reporter. I also took the liberty of watching that entire interview. I think that was maybe CBS, like 50 minutes long. Again, I feel like if anybody actually listens to Donald Trump, like if every Trump voter was forced to listen to Donald Trump speak at any one event for like 50 straight minutes, I guarantee like 25% of them just would be like, I don't want to vote for this guy anymore. We should like mandate that. You have to watch someone before you vote for them. The guy's truly in full cognitive decline. Look at this post from the other day. This is from the 21st on True Social, so just a few days ago. Working with the fantastic governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, we are going to send a great hospital boat to Greenland to take care of the many people who are sick and not being taken care of there. It's on the way. President Donald J. Trump. Like, what does this even mean? This is like, we have truly reached a stage of like we were at, misleading statements. And then obviously pretty quickly through his first term, it's just lies. The guy just he lies more outrageously and consistently than any figure, I would genuinely argue, maybe ever in American history. He lies so often. It's stunning. But now we're at a stage like, screw lies. Let's just make up fake realities. I mean, at least like a lie has some purpose to it, I guess. If you're lying about like the economy, this is just, what is this? I'm actually looking at this right now and I'm convinced, is this real? Trump has reached the phase of dementia where you just start making shit up. Genuinely stunning. Here, take a listen to this clip from the other day, also in Air Force One. This is Donald Trump talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene's district. Obviously, they had this massive fallout. Donald Trump's kind of sway on politics these days is, and I think this is significantly less than it used to be. I mean, it's not like all falling apart, but it's pretty stunning to see politicians be able to say, I don't like this guy, I'm done with this guy, he doesn't care about us, and still have a career in politics. I think that idea was generally unheard of through his first term and a little beyond that. But this is him talking about who he wants to primary, endorsing somebody to primary Marjorie Taylor Greene's district. Take a listen.
I'm sorry, tell us about your trip to Rome, Georgia on Thursday, your trip to Marjorie Taylor Greene's old district.
Well, we have a lot of people that want to take Marjorie Taylor Greene's place, and many candidates, and I have to choose one. And they say whoever I endorse is going to win, but we have a lot of good candidates who want to take her place.
So you're more to peace.
So he says, like, we have a lot of good candidates who want to take her place, and whoever I endorse will win. Which, it's interesting that he says that because roughly a week prior, I guess he doesn't remember that he had actually already endorsed somebody. He endorsed a man named Clay Fuller, which, spending a lot of time in this district in my life, spending some time at Kennesaw State University, hooty hoo, if anyone knows. Spending a lot of time in North Georgia, being born and raised in Atlanta. Definitely vote for Sean Harris if you're in this district. Clay Fuller, a disaster. But he doesn't remember endorsing, Clay Harris. It was rough, just over a week after, or a week before, I should say, he was asked that question on Air Force One. It's my great honor to endorse America First Patriot, Clay Fuller, who's running to represent the wonderful people of Georgia's 14th district, blah, 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 blah. Marjorie Taylor Greene is apparently a traitor. And so, okay, not a good sign, but of course nobody asked about that. Nice. That's just Donald Trump's last few weeks. We go to the State of the Union last night. Not only did he look like shit and sound like shit, it was, what a surprise, I'm about to say this, a barrage of lies. Take a listen.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today our border is secure. Thank you. Today our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
A lot of statements on the economy there, and like his whole speech, just lie, 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 lie. He talked about gas prices being, like below, I don't know what his exact phrasing was, but it was such a lie. He suggested that a lot of places saw like below $2 gas. That's absurd. There's barely anywhere I think the CNN fact check was that there is only 2 states in the country that have gas prices anywhere near like $2.40. He lied about, the prices of eggs and beef. And in this clip saying, inflation is plummeting. Donald Trump took office at 2.9% inflation. Then it went all the way down to like 2.4 or something like that. And roughly January, February, March, April. I think it was around March, April, May. All of a sudden, it goes from 2.4 to 2.6 to 2.7 to 3.0. So it's actually rising and now just staying. We're going to see what happens with a lot of these tariff specific prices of very specific goods have been just increasing and increasing. People are feeling the pinch, but I couldn't imagine what happened last April when inflation started rising and rising and rising again under his administration. Wages are rising, lie. It's just lie, 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 lie. And he's holding the table and he's gripping it and he's leaning. This guy is such a mess. It's genuinely hard to believe. Take a listen to this.
This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
Genuinely insane. That's the hypocrisy is, it's breathtaking, really. He's talking about he's talking about insider trading and how corruption ruins the fabric of a nation. And if you have any grip on politics at all, any grip, you understand that this is the most outwardly corrupt administration of all time, point blank period. It's not even a question. He sells pardons to the highest bidder. He sells cryptocurrencies. He launched a cryptocurrency that's down 99%, that he personally profits. The Trump organization profits off all of the trading fees. His net worth's gone up like $2 billion since he's taken office. The people who bought the cryptocurrency, like the top 220 investors, got to go to the White House for dinner. The number one investor of his cryptocurrency, I think, gave like $30 million to Donald Trump's cryptocurrency, directly influencing, his own net worth. Gave $40 million to World Liberty Financial, which is an organization directly partnered with the Trump organization, and they launched cryptocurrencies together. This number one investor who invested a total sum of close to $100 million would be a man by the name of Justin Sun, who was actually indicted, had a lawsuit filed against him by the SEC in 2023. That SEC lawsuit, after these massive investments, when Donald Trump took office, suddenly disappeared. And the SEC said, well, we're going to take a pause. We're going to figure this out later. It's so outward. It's unbelievable. And that's why Donald Trump has gotten so rich. He's profited $1.4 billion since becoming president. And it might be more than that, but I digress. One last clip here. It was kind of funny from Twitter. I found someone said, simping isn't easy. It's hard when you just suck up to Donald Trump so much. We saw this other video of somebody wanting their tie signed. Mr. President, please sign my tie. You're such a loser. This video is somebody in the background attempting to get a handshake from Donald Trump. Take a look.
Hands, and it was wondered going into this evening whether or not he would address them during his speech. He did bring up the court, used the words disappointing, unfortunate, but said he will find other ways to continue to impose those tariffs. He said they do work, and they also work on a foreign policy perspective, he said. He said deals have been made with countries, and he believes many of those deals will still be held up, even with this setback from the court as he sees it. A lot of pomp and circumstance tonight, a lot of awards given, medals, honors, quite moving.
Well, at least he tried. At least he tried, right? You got to give him credit for that. I mean, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing how hard these people simp. They have all sold us the hell out. Every single Republican man and woman in Congress, they know, most of them know that he is full of shit. They know it every time they watch it. They talk about it privately, and they keep supporting him anyway. It's so tragic. The people who have enabled Donald Trump up to this point will go down as I truly believe being seen not that different as the people who seceded from the Union. They have sold us out. They know he's full of shit, and they're enabling the largest expansion of executive authority in our lifetime and the dismantling of a lot of our democratic norms. Also, one more piece of the State of the Union that I loved so much, Representative Al Green out of, quote, "Black people aren't apes" sign at Donald Trump's State of the Union. This photo being very, 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 very powerful here. Obviously referencing Donald Trump's disgusting Truth Social post. Let me know what you think of all of this in the comments down below. And let me know if you watched the State of the Union. I know there's a lot of other cool kind of live stream events going on, so let me know if you tuned into any of those instead. I really appreciate watching this video. Truly, it means the world. Once again, my name is Chris Mowrey. I do a daily episode now here on the Adam Mockler channel, so make sure you subscribe to both me and Adam Mockler down below. Hope you have a great rest of your week into the weekend. I will see you in the next video.